So real quick, first of all, we're not going to spend a lot of time here because we have some great code samples that we want to share with you. But we're going to go through the what's new. Snowflake December 22 and January of 23. So in the new features, there's a few new features that are available. Password policies, which is cool. So now we can enforce policies with our passwords, and which is a great thing to be able to do. Database roles and access control database roles and Snowflake database roles is a new thing that we'll use with apps. We'll probably be talking about that more in the future as we do some more with apps and Streamlit and all the kinds of cool stuff that's coming out there. Boy, there's so much to do for ProTalks. I'm not sure, we're going to have to schedule one a week, Jared. And Jared's like, yes.
Hey, I'm good.
Actually, speaking of that, we usually don't do this, so we'll make an exception one time. We don't ask anybody to subscribe and to like, but apparently that's a very important thing to do so that these ProTalks continue. So now that everybody took a minute to subscribe and like, we've got like 1 million new subscribers that just came online. So that we love that. Thank you. But we really need feedback. We do these ProTalks based on feedback that we get from folks who are watching. A lot of you don't watch this live, you watch this afterwards, but send some feedback our way, good, bad, or indifferent. We just want to know, are we making, is this valuable to you? Are we making a difference?
And if it is, if there's something that you want to know about, some specific topics or things that you'd like to hear from us about, that would be great too. We'd love that. So, yeah, wonderful. All right, the next thing we've got here is Snowflake extension for Visual Studio Code. I have not specifically used this. I'm going to be trying here in the next few days, but I've talked to one of my colleagues that's using it. He said it's a game changer. He said it's really working out well, much better than some of the other kind of workarounds and things that we've done with that in the past. Python tabular stored procedures. This is interesting. This was there. We put this in the on the slide deck, and it's now gone. So Snowflake yanked it out. So this is coming. We're going to leave it here. We want to kind of keep an eye on this. We're excited for that. There's some new account usage views. We're going to talk about a couple of these, but some of the secured views that are available in account usage, of course, password policies, so we can see the information on password policies, some session policy views, lock wait history, which is a cool thing that we'll be able to use as we're diving in and looking at what's going on with our in our Snowflake environment, in the Snowflake data estate. Also, we have updated procedures. We've got the sending email notification system stored procedure, which is really cool. I'm super excited about this, and we'll actually show you this in our code examples today. We'll show you how to set up to use email notifications in Snowflake and then actually run some and see the email that gets sent out. So data governance updates, there's some data governance updates. One of those is to be able to replace a masking policy on a tag in a single statement. So we don't have to go and remove the policy and then go and then apply the policy again. We can now do that all in a single statement. And column lineage is now in GA. So that's an important one there. So table of contents updates to documentation, which, as we've talked about a number of times, if you've been on any of our webinars, any of our ProTalks, you know how much we enjoy and appreciate the documentation that Snowflake puts together. They do an excellent, excellent job, and they're constantly improving that. So we've got some new SQL functions, some system functions, table functions, get query operator stats, which we're actually going to use that today. So I'll show you that. We've got it's something that is really kind of cool. We'll show you that. Notification history, we're also going to look at that today so we can see history of our notifications, email notifications, Snowpipe notifications. We'll talk about that in a minute. Aggregate functions, min by and max by, some new functions there. If you're interested in those, go and take a look at the docs. Some new things for semi-structured data, array accept and array distinct. And then we've got, for numeric, we've got the div 0 null that's been added in. So we can handle zero, division issues and handle that with the nulls. So just an extension. Div 0 has been there, but now we've got a new version of that we can do some more with. alter tag command with the force keyword, which we had talked about in the data governance updates. Setting the Snowflake scripting variables to Scala return value from a stored procedure. So some cool stuff there. Excluding and renaming specific columns with the select star. So if we had a whole bunch of columns, we needed to rename a couple of specific ones, and we didn't want to have to list out all the columns. We can now exclude or rename some specific columns when we use the select star syntax. And then session policies are now in GA, now out there in GA. So some really cool stuff, and we're going to take a look at some of that. So,
hey folks, thanks for checking out this cut from our broadcast. To see the full show, click on the link in the video description. Also, check out our Learning Center, which has white papers, events, live streams, and short explainer videos on a wide range of data management topics. And of course, if you like our content, please share it on LinkedIn. That really means a lot to us. Thanks again for checking us out, and we hope to see you in our next broadcast.